Hi everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WOCReader, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I'm a little bit behind because after Halloween ended, people immediately started posting all their Christmas stuff, and I'm not quite in the holiday spirit yet. I am ready for Thanksgiving. I have family coming who have never experienced Thanksgiving before, so that should be interested. They want to see what all the hype is about. And I mean, I'm buying the stuff. I did get a new Christmas sweater just because I needed a new one this year to wear to work. And it's nice and warm and toasty and a beautiful color, so that makes me excited. But I was starting to think about what I want to put together on a winter TBR because I find that sometimes having these books for different seasonal TBRs really helps out. And I, in the past, have tried to read a lot of Christmas books, and what I came to realize last year is I'm not as big of a fan of Christmas books as I want to be. So you see all the beautiful covers, you see the festive punny titles. Like, I am a Christmas person. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year, but books don't give me the same feels that movies do. I feel like with the movie, nothing can really be happening in the movie, but you're just experiencing all the vibes. And you can be watching the movie while decorating your tree, while cleaning up around the house, while just wrapped up under a blanket scrolling on your phone. So they don't require the same effort that reading a book does. And it's very hard for me to sit and read like a 400-page Christmas book where nothing is really happening. So last year I had started reading some books, and then after a couple of the ones that were all over your feed, I kind of got burnt out and I'm like, okay, time to switch to something else. But there are a handful of books that I didn't get to last year that I wanted to get to this year, and I wanted to share those with you guys today. So the first one that I have is A Novel Christmas. This is by Charity Sheen. I feel like this was everywhere on everybody's feeds last year, and my sister actually bought me a copy for Christmas, so shout out to her. But like, I really wasn't into reading the Christmas books around that time, so I figured that I wasn't gonna be able to read it last year and decided to save it for this year. Sarah Wright is a prominent Black romance author who has been signed to the most prestigious publisher of African American works, Brownstone Literature. Her career has been successful for the past 5 years. However, she's in a slump, and so are her sales and reviews. The romance she has been known for seems to be zapped out of her stories and her love life. Eager to get Sarah back on top of the charts, her publisher has given her an ultimatum: write a chart-topping holiday romance or be dropped from the publishing house. There's only one problem. Sarah strongly opposes penning holiday books. To her, they are cliche and off-brand. But with her career on the line, she's forced to give it a shot. To capture the spirit of the holiday, she books a vacation in the most Christmassy town she can find. Sharing the other side of her rented duplex is the owner, Dorian Black, a volunteer firefighter and the town's Little League football coach. He's also Mr. December in the firefighters' annual fundraising calendar and every woman's dream. Years ago, Dorian was happily married to the love of his life until cancer took her away from him. Still coping with the loss, a romantic relationship is the furthest thing from his mind. However, when he encounters his new tenant for the holiday, sparks fly and a fire is ignited that not even he can extinguish. As the two navigate through various encounters, holiday festivities, and a snowstorm, will the magic of Christmas help them rediscover a long-awaited connection? The author, who is trying to write a new book after falling into a slump around Christmas time, is such a popular trope. I've seen so many movies with that premise. I'm interested in seeing how I like it in book form. I actually did not check reviews of this last year. I didn't listen to anybody talking about it, so I'm going in with fresh eyes and ears. Next, I have The Christmas That Changed Everything by Faye Achimapong. So this one had been gifted to me by Alicia, I think 2 years ago, and I was going to read it last year and I didn't get the opportunity to. It is Harlequin, it's short and sweet, so I remember starting the first chapter and being based around like a toy store, which was pretty interesting to me. Toy shop manager Naomi is determined to make this Christmas a record breaker. But when the entertainment emporium Santa falls ill, Naomi needs a stand-in quick, and buttoned-up accountant Will is her only option as they are forced to spend the festive season together in heart-racing proximity. Naomi starts to see the real Will, but revealing her true self could change everything. Dare she let Will unwrap her guarded heart? So this is from the Harlequin romance line. These are just usually soft and sweet, very simple, not too spicy romances. This will definitely fits in with the holiday vibes. And like I said, it's pretty short, so it should be a quick read. I think I'll be able to knock it out easily one weekend. And then I have one ebook, which is Last Christmas Crush by Mia Heinzelman. This was another one that I was supposed to read last year, but ended up not getting to because I was all Christmased out. Sierra Fortamonte is home for the holidays. Technically her family's tiny village, where she'll explore post-breakup digs and grow their vineyards brand during Napa's annual Christmas Food and Wine Festival. But as she interviews local woodscraftsmen to curate custom gifts, she's shocked to run into Jameson West, her ex's best friend. Jameson has loved Sierra since he carved her a birdhouse in woodshop. She's everything he ever wanted. Beautiful, funny, loyal, but thanks to the bro code, off limits. Now a rising investment banking star, Jameson's in town temporarily to help the family business tackle seasonal contracts. Westwood Works has been making Fortamonte casts for ages, so the job will be easy. It's the unexpected reunion with newly single Sierra that has him on shaky ground. As they design together, days in the lumberyard and nights on steamy calls create magic. When Jameson confesses his feelings, Sierra is amazed by this sweet, attentive man who always should have been her first choice. But Jameson is still her ex's best friend. Is uprooting her life for a man again a huge mistake or a Christmas miracle? So that sounds really cute. I expect lots of wine. I think this will be great with a glass of wine with all the wine talk. And the vineyard setting isn't really something that I read about too often in books, so that's cool as well. I know this is a part of a series, but like each of them you can read as standalones. Yes, I am intrigued to see what it's all about. For me, I feel like my biggest struggle with holiday romance is just because they are so naturally insta-lovey. Most of the time, people will strictly put them after Thanksgiving, but right before Christmas. And as somebody who wants to tackle their own holiday romance book, because I think it would be unique to write, and I actually started writing one a couple of years ago, I think we can actually start setting them a little bit earlier. Maybe that would take away some of the instant love, especially because you see the stores start rolling out their holiday decorations by like October 1st. We could start doing the setup for these holiday romances like a few weeks ahead of time so that it doesn't feel like we have 3 weeks for these couples to fall in love. And also I feel like more so than when I'm reading regular romance, a lot of times holiday romance ends up with like an engagement or a serious commitment that like throws me off a little bit sometimes. So I will let you guys know what my feelings are about these books in December. Are any of them on your TBR? Or do you have ones that are on your TBR? If you do, share them below. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!